I'm here today with my friend Kristine Angela, all the way from Los Angeles, California. And she is visiting us today because it is National Chocolate Cupcake Day. And she wrote a fabulous book, Cuppy the Special Cupcake, right there. And we are making chocolate butterscotch cupcakes in honor of Cuppy's visit. So, would you like to talk a little bit about your book?
Yes, I'd love to. Thank you for having me here. I am originally from Chicago, so I brought some warm weather from California.
Thank you.
And Mrs. Hungry and I, we go way back many years. Not only is she a fabulous chef, as you guys know if you follow her, which you should, also she is an author as well of our children's book called Positively Tallulah. So, surprise, I actually brought your book as well.
Thank you for that.
So my book, Cuppy the Special Cupcake, is about a cupcake who feels lost and alone in the world because he doesn't have frosting and everyone else does. And so he's really sad and he thinks nobody likes him, so he goes on a journey to discover himself. And along the way, he meets a sweet little girl named Susie who teaches him just how amazing he really is with or without frosting. And do you want to talk a little bit about your book?
Sure, and I love Cuppy, by the way. So yes, Positively Tallulah is a book that I wrote based on a little girl named Tallulah, and she is a little bit different from other kids at her school, and she gets made fun of a little bit. She has a couple of bullies she has to deal with, so she handles it by being positive and taking the high road, and by the end of the story that she ends up becoming friends with these bullies, and it's really a good message I wanted to put out there for the kids.
Yeah.
And it is Bully Awareness Month,
is.
so that's another reason I'm putting it out there right now.
So we're tying a lot in. We got Bully Awareness Month, we got National Chocolate Cupcake Day, we got National Book Month, it was National Dessert Day a couple days ago.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
We're covering all of it.
We are.
All right, well, in honor of Cuppy the Special Cupcake, I am naming these chocolate butterscotch Cuppy cakes.
Oh, it's so cute.
So, in his honor. So, we're going to start with some flour in our bowl here. And I'm going to add my cocoa powder.
Oh, I love chocolate.
It would not be chocolate cupcakes without your cocoa powder. And then we definitely need our leavening agent, which is...
You just threw that in there.
Boom!
That's how we do it here.
That's how I bake.
Yes. Cupcake wars. We are coming for you.
Yeah, and I'm going to make a mess in your kitchen
yes.
too. So that was baking powder and salt that I just added in there. So I'm just going to stir that up just so it's totally combined, and it's going to start smelling nice and chocolatey.
Yes, that looks amazing.
You have not seen anything yet.
I have not, but I used to be allergic to chocolate as a kid. I don't know if I told you. And so one day my mom had a chocolate ice cream sundae, and I just dunked my head in it.
Oh my goodness.
I know, I wanted it so bad.
That sounds like the yummiest facial ever.
Yes. We do avocado facials, or apparently chocolate ice cream
Why
facials,
not?
Whatever.
I would do it.
It is what it is.
I'm sure it's very moisturizing.
Oh yeah, that's a good
Antioxidants, you know,
Yes.
chocolate.
I know, I think we came up with something.
All right, so all my dry ingredients are combined. So now I have in my mixing bowl, I have 1.5 sticks of unsalted butter, okay? First, we're going to put that in with our cup of sugar.
And you melted that first, right?
No, it came to room temperature.
Oh, room temperature.
This way it was soft enough to mix.
Perfect.
Because we're creaming these together.
Creaming them together.
Creaming
I
them.
like it. Sounds very professional.
Well, you gotta use the lingo.
Yes. I don't know much about baking, but I'm learning today.
This is a recipe that anybody can do.
I love it. And I love that you're letting us make a mess in the kitchen.
It's what I do daily, so it's nothing new to me. I have a 2-year-old, she makes a mess every day.
She is precious. She really is.
And speaking of my daughter, she asks to read Cuppy the Special Cupcake all the time. At bedtime especially. I want Cuppy. She loves it. It's such a great book.
Thank you. You need to read your book to her too.
I plan on that too. So I have creamed together my butter and sugar. You can kind of see right there.
And she didn't make a mess at all, just right on the side.
Yes. Yes. So once that is creamed together, I'm going to put that back in. I'm going to add my 3 eggs.
Could they be any kind of eggs, or do they have to be specific one?
Any eggs. I use organic brown.
Yeah, it's usually
cage-free, but you can use whatever eggs you have.
Got it.
So I just cracked my 3 eggs in there. Make sure you wash your hands with hot soapy water right after that, because you do not want to contaminate anything in your kitchen. Okay?
Very true. Oh man, let's sneak in there. Oh, so good.
All right. So I have that. That's gonna just mix a little bit more.
You have a KitchenAid. That's a fantastic blender.
This is my savior right here. I mean, it does so much, and there's so many attachments you can use and make pasta and all kinds of. Oh yeah, with an attachment, it goes right in the front.
And it was National Pasta Day yesterday.
Oh, there's another one.
You guys want to download the National Events app or something like that? I have it on my phone. You can find out what every day is something different. Or actually, no, it's not even something different. It's like a lot of something different.
Yeah,
it's like 4 or 5.
It's just a good reason to celebrate everything.
Exactly.
All right, once that's combined, I'm going to add some applesauce. So the applesauce is used as just like a moistening agent, if you will. So a lot of cake recipes or cupcake recipes call for oil, sometimes sour cream, stuff like that, but I'm just trying to cut the fat out and using applesauce instead. It does not, you don't taste it, it doesn't change anything, it just adds incredible moisture to your cupcake. So
I like that.
a little bit healthier.
I think Paula Deen's new cookbook is Paula Deen Cuts the Fat.
Ah,
that's
yes.
the name of it actually.
Yeah.
So just reminding me of that.
Yep. That is a good one.
Yeah.
So now I'm just adding a teaspoon of my vanilla in there.
No, it smells so good.
I know. That's Mexican vanilla straight from Mexico.
Is it really?
It is.
That's close to me.
You can go get some if you ever wanted
It's
to.
only about maybe 2.5 hours. So
Yes.
not that far.
No, this is true.
In case I cross the border with some vanilla.
It would be worth it for sure.
Yeah.
All right, I'm mixing that in there, the vanilla. And now you want to very slowly mix in your flour mixture. You do not want to dump it all at once. One thing, you're going to have a poof of flour and cocoa powder in your face, which you don't want.
No moisturizer there.
No. And you don't want to get tough cupcakes.
Yeah.
So you just want to do it very slowly. So, just gonna get that butter back here. All right. Adding it in little by little, and it smells so good, you guys. It's so chocolatey. Wow. Maybe put it on a medium speed. Right. Now let it keep going. Ooh, see? See what I'm saying? Keep it on low.
Keep it on low, otherwise you're gonna get it all over your kitchen.
Okay, and make sure you guys get every tiny bit in there. Okay, you don't want to lose any of that chocolatey goodness. All right. So now that everything's in there, you can bump it up a little bit higher because now you're not going to have any flour or anything flying at you. There we go. So a little bit more. All right.
Let's see.
Oh yes.
Looks like a chocolate mousse.
It does.
Wow.
Except do not act like it's chocolate mousse and eat it right out of the bowl because it does have raw eggs.
Okay, good to know.
And
I would do that.
I do not recommend eating raw eggs.
No.
It is not safe. So I'm just gonna finish getting those last edges in there because you can't always get everything on the edge.
I wish you guys could be here for this.
You need to smell this.
I'm gonna eat every last morsel.
Yeah, as
Yeah.
Rachel Ray always says, she wishes there was smell-o-vision,
Oh.
which I agree with.
That's a good idea.
And so here's what it looks like, all combined. Yes. All right.
Not a chocolate mousse. Eat it.
Do not eat this raw, you guys. All right.
Wow.
So now I'm going to take my ice cream scooper that I need to rinse off really quick. Okay. And this is the best way that I know to use to, scoop my batter into the cupcake molds because you get an even amount. Every cupcake will be the same size. And it's much easier to just get it in there because you have this release that you squeeze and it just plops the batter right in.
It's like perfect circles.
It is.
That's amazing. I would never think of that.
It's very convenient.
Yeah.
And if you don't have an ice cream scoop that has this squeezing effect, any old ice cream scoop will do. It'll still give you the same, you know, continuity in size and shape.
So this is going to make 12 cupcakes?
It will make 12 cupcakes, awesome. Yes. I'm going to keep on scooping.
I just can't believe how like perfectly even they are.
Thank you. That is why we are using the ice cream scooper.
Wow.
So we basically, I'm just scraping the ends of my bowl here, basically just got exactly 12 out of that.
Nice.
So since these are butterscotch chocolate cupcakes, we are using Nestle butterscotch chips. So I'm gonna have my lovely helper here
That's me.
help me. We're just going to tuck in a handful of these chips. You want to push them in, because then as it bakes, these are going to get melty and ooey gooey, and when you bite into it, it's going to be like heaven. So you just want to tuck them in there. Another way you could do it if you wanted was you could scoop about half a scoopful in the muffin cup and then add some chips and then put more batter on top. So either way, it works. Either way, it's gonna melt in there and be gooey, yummy deliciousness at the end.
I like that. Gooey, yummy deliciousness.
Yes.
I need to quote that.
Yeah.
Hashtag ooey, gooey, deliciousness.
Yes.
Is that right? Okay.
Yep. I think we should
Yes.
hashtag that.
Love it.
And you're gonna get kind of messy, as you can see. I have chocolate all over my hands, but that's
Love it.
the fun of baking. I mean, I don't cook and I don't bake without making a mess. So it's just part of the experience, in my opinion.
Exactly.
All right. Awesome. So
Good.
while we were doing this, I had my oven preheating at 350 degrees. I'm gonna pop these in the oven for about 25 minutes. And while those are baking, we're gonna make our frosting, our butterscotch frosting.
Butterscotch frosting to go with the butterscotch chocolate chips.
Yum.
You're clever. Love it.
All right, now we're gonna make our butterscotch buttercream frosting. I'm going to start by creaming just the butter. 2 sticks, which is 1 full cup of butter, unsalted. All right. Now you're going to add your vanilla. And ahead of time, I made butterscotch pudding, but it looks a little thick. It's because I only used half a cup of cold milk to make it instead of the recommended amount on the box. So I'm going to add my butterscotch pudding mix, which is going to give it that signature butterscotch flavor that we're looking for. Get it all in there. Okay. Gonna get that combined. You might want to stop it just for a minute, pick it up, and reincorporate everything so you get it all mixed in there. All right, scrape your bowl a little bit. All right, and then continue. Party time for the frosting. All right, so that's pretty well combined. Now I'm going to add my powdered sugar very slowly, because again, like the flour, you do not want this poofing out in your face. So a little bit at a time. A little bit. You can see it does have a little bit coming out, but it's not bad at all. Going until you are done with all your powdered sugar and it's all combined. You don't want to see any sugar specks in there. All right, so I got all that in there. And if you wanted to, you could stop here when you get this consistency, which I will show you. if you want it like this, you can just keep it like this. If this is too thick for you and you want it a little thinner, you can add a tablespoon at a time of milk to make it a little bit thinner till it's, whatever consistency that you want. Me personally, I like a nice thick frosting like this that I can really, work with, so. All right, so 25 minutes later, we have our fully baked cupcakes with our ooey gooey butterscotch chips in there. You want to make sure they're completely cooled though before you frost them, or else your frosting will just melt, and that's gross.
That is gross, and that's a really good tip.
Yes. All right, so you saw how we made the frosting. I put it in a piping bag. If you do not have a piping bag, you can use a Ziploc bag and just snip the corner off the bottom. Okay. But I have a piping bag, so that's what I'm gonna do. So, and you know what? You can be messy. You don't have to be like superstar.
These are like Halloween cupcakes.
They are kind of Halloweeny because the butterscotch is orange, so that totally works for Halloween too.
Yes, this is amazing.
And you don't need a ton of frosting because it is a little sweet, so you really don't need a whole lot. You can just kind of put a dollop in the middle.
Okay. And these cupcakes are cool with frosting or without, just like
oh, exactly. See, there is a moral to the story. Just like Cuppy. They are fine the way they are, just like all of us.
Love it.
All right.
Wow.
Well, we're gonna finish doing these in a few minutes, but thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you for having me here in your fabulous kitchen, your fabulous house.
Well, thank you. I'm very happy to have you and Cuppy come and visit from LA. And be sure to go to Amazon and purchase one or both of our books. Also, you can follow me on Instagram at mrs.hungry1. All right, again, that's mrs.hungry1.
You can get some cool recipes on there. She's got some pictures, all kinds of fun stuff. And my Instagram handle is @Cuppy the Special Cupcake. You can also follow this website, cuppythespecialcupcake.com. And pretty much if you just Google Cuppy the Special Cupcake, you got a lot of stuff that comes up.
Oh yes, and you will love it. You need to read that book and make these cupcakes and have a party together.
Have a party!
Party time!
Oh,
all right, happy National Chocolate Cupcake Day, guys.
Fun for you.
Cheers!
Cheers! I'm so excited to eat this. Just saying.
Me too.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you. Bye-bye.